back. Talk to the local police where you're at. Our concern right now is not about arresting you. It is about getting your daughter home to her mother, where the court has ordered that's where she's supposed to be.
Please note that this content is for adults only. Viewer discretion advised. If you haven't yet, hit the subscribe, like, and share. Hello everyone and welcome back to another live stream with me, Gisela K. This is Grizzly True Crime, and today, for a change, we actually have good news in one of these missing persons cases, which we don't get that often, which is very sad to think about. But if you've been following this case with me, Seraya Aung has been found safe. Her dad was found, the girlfriend was found, the dad's in jail, girlfriend's back with her parents. No charges for her, it looks like, but I'm just so glad that this little girl, Seraya Aung, 2 years old, is back with her mom. Oh my word. Because, the plan was not the smartest plan, hey? So if you missed the original coverage of this case, I think I've already linked it for you in the description box. If not, don't worry, I will link it for you so that you can check it out afterwards, because we did a deep dive on the timeline, and there's lots of things there that you might want to see, like the Aung family statement as well, which is from the fugitive's family statement. It's got like Roberta Laundrie vibes. Oh my word, you should see that as well. So there's things in that live stream that you don't want to miss out on. We'll just quickly recap what happened here, and then we're going to get into the good news as well. Laurie, thank you so much for being a member for 14 months. She said, so happy that we have a good outcome, right? So I'm just glad that they were found safe and alive, and they were successfully brought back from Mexico to the USA, and that there will be consequences for those actions, at least on the dad's part, right? Because that was such a violation of the custody agreement that he had with his ex. Welcome to all my moderators, patrons, members, subscribers, any locals here, and of course, any family and friends of Seraya and Samara and everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, so isn't this picture just great? Look at this picture. When I saw this, on my word, I was just so happy to see this. Like, oh yes, okay. So Seraya with her mom here, reunited. Shame, man. Okay, so I've got a little presentation for you, and we're gonna look at the map quickly as well. Hold on one second. Let's do this. So what I'm gonna do is I'll actually quickly just skip forward to, it's around, yeah, these two. Let's go here. Aaron got engaged to a lady called Nadia Cole in November of 2023. So that's where their relationship kind of really took off. Of course, they've been dating before that. In 2024, she actually graduated from the University of Washington and was planning to take her LSATs to study law. I don't know, man, like how her future's going to look now. This is a terrible plan that they had. And they keep saying, you know, that she's so smart. She had a 4.0 GPA and all of that. Unfortunately, life choices in this case now were very bad, right? I hope that she'll be able to recover and all of that. But of course, you can't just go along with a man's plan to literally steal his kid. Even if you think, okay, I'm sure he told her stories. Like, I'm going to help save this little girl from her mother with all the stories that he said about the mother. Still, you can't do that. You can't do that. It's not legal, okay? So she wants to study law. I don't know, man. Nancy Grace said she's going to make sure that she can't study law. And I'm like, oh, my word. Karen, unboxing. What are we unboxing? Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So these are the two in question, Aaron and Nadia. And both of them went missing and from different places. So, whoa, I don't know how Nadia's family's gonna forgive her. I don't know. That's their business, but damn, wait till you hear, if you haven't heard it yet, what happened, right? So it all happened on May 29th. Just to quickly recap, Samara was meeting, that's the biological mom of Seraya, right? She was meeting with Aaron, her ex, for a custody exchange, and she was scheduled to meet back there on June 3rd to pick up her daughter. So that's where it really all began. That's the last time Aaron was actually seen. Obviously, besides being on surveillance, buying a whole bunch of camping equipment and Montana maps. He thought maybe that would, I'm speculating, I think he thought that would throw everyone off. That he's like actually going to head to Montana. Meanwhile, he probably planned to head to Mexico immediately, based on the map time we did in the first episode. Tanya D said, "This is the best news this year. Thank you for covering this case. Durban, South Africa." I love Durban, South Africa. Hello, Tanya. Thank you so much. So on May 29th, Aaron was seen on surveillance buying Montana maps and camping gear. He's not supposed to cross state lines with his daughter, but his family later said he was planning a camping trip with Seraya at Flathead, Montana. Samara said that when she knew him, he was not an outdoorsy type, so that was already quite strange. But then on the same day, Nadia, his fiancee, was at the airport, at the SeaTac Airport, Seattle-Tacoma Airport, International Airport, right, with her passport, ready to go to Italy with her family. She planned this trip for a year with her mom. And when they were there, getting ready to check in, all their luggage and everything, she told her family, "Look, man, I gotta quickly go to the bathroom. I'll be right back." She left her baggage, her phone, everything, right there with her family. And then she bolted and got on a train. Oh my word. This is what I mean. Like, what does her family think and say now? We're going to look at the family statement from her family as well today. So she was literally spotted leaving the airport at 3 p.m. on May 29th, and she boarded a light rail train to downtown Seattle. She was spotted at University Avenue in downtown Seattle and is never seen again. So I, based on the map time, speculate that Aaron Aung picked up his daughter that day for the custody exchange and then headed to Seattle, picked her up, and then they went to Mexico. It seems like that's the most plausible thing that happened. But anyway, so she was reported missing. He was reported missing. And shame, her family was like standing there waiting for her, and then they got super worried. I don't think they even went on the trip. How could you betray your family like that for this plan, for any plan? But like, firstly, how could you betray your family like that? You plan this trip with them for a year. Everything's paid. You know what I mean? They're ready to go. Everyone's excited. And then you're like bolting to go run off with your fiance and his sinister plans, his dumb plans to like what? Sit in Mexico for how long? With his daughter. Why? Oh my word. So if you missed all of that, do go check it out. I'm just giving you a little bit of it. Look, we looked at Aaron's family statement on June 3rd. It was Samara going to the police station. Obviously, she went actually for the custody exchange and she was right there. And so she's like, "Where's my daughter?" and reported her missing. So everybody was reported missing. So now it's been, if we look from the beginning of my presentation, now the updated one, 41 days since they were last seen on that May 29th, which is actually pretty good going, right? It's pretty good. 41 days for a manhunt and across borders. They went to Mexico. I think that's pretty good, right? So July 8th, this is today now, is obviously July 9th. On July 8th of 2024, I just want to quickly check, is my sound, okay, hold on one second. It just looks like it's slightly soft. I just want to boost it a bit. Okay, there we go. So yesterday, the city of Pullman Police Department said, "Missing child located safely in Mexico." Over the weekend, authorities located missing 2-year-old Seraya Aung Harmon at a roadside checkpoint near Santa Ana, Mexico. Seraya's father, Aaron Aung, failed to return Seraya to a mother's custody in Pullman on June 3rd of 2024. Aung's fiancée, 21-year-old Nadia Cole. I mean, 21. These two dumbasses are 21. Like, young and dumb, making really stupid plans. You know what really makes me upset in this case? Is that Aaron's freaking parents and siblings seem to be just like encouraging and enabling it all the way. Like, why? Oh, that's so annoying. Okay, anyway, so 21 was reported missing to the Port of Seattle police at the end of May and was believed to be possibly traveling with Aaron and young Seraya, whose whereabouts were unknown. Aaron Aung Seraya Aung, Harmon, and Nadia Cole were detained by authorities in Mexico and turned over to the U.S. Customs and Border Protection. The FBI coordinated with authorities at the National Institute of Migration, Mexican State Police, the Nogales Police Department, I hope I said that right, and the U.S. Customs and Border Protection. Aaron Aung is currently being held in the Santa Cruz County Detention Center in Nogales, Arizona, awaiting extradition back to Whitman County, because he's from Pullman, Washington. You know, we don't want to call it Coburger Town, but you know what I mean. When I hear Pullman, Washington, and Moscow, Idaho, I'm like, oh, Coburger, oh, damn, okay. But he was from there, so they say that he's going to be extradited back, okay, to Whitman County on an outstanding warrant for custodial interference, first degree. Cole was subsequently, that's Nadia, the fiancée, deported back to the United States. Seraya has been in the care of Arizona Child Protective Services, but based on what her grandmother's posting, as in Samara's mother, Shauna, she's been very active on social media, keeping everyone in the loop. And she has said, finally reunited, and she posted that picture. So I think Seraya is no longer in CPS, you know, with Child Protective Services in Arizona. I think she's now reunited with her mother, from what I'm hearing from the grandmother. Debbie said, best news, best channel. Thank you for your professionalism always, G. Best bods. Is it? We like that. Do we have the best bods and the best mods? You like best animals. Thank you so much. Okay. So Melly said, Mexico can be extremely dangerous. Cartels, crime. They really endanger that baby. And do you guys remember that when they first went missing, they actually said that Seraya has a condition where she can go into sepsis really quickly, which later some people in the chat were saying it could just be like constipation or something. I'm not sure. But either way, it wasn't safe to just take a 2-year-old to Mexico with no actual plan, right? I don't know what the plan really was. Like, how long was this plan going to pan out? But when you look at the map, they were literally like on the one side, just across the border. Okay, they were just across. So it's like literally stone's throw. Like, what are you doing? Out. We're in the USA, Mexico. USA, yeah, we're in Mexico. What are you doing, guys? What are you doing? What's your plan? To me, it's almost like they thought they could hide out there for a while and then like sneak back in and be like, okay, go hide out at his mom's house, and then let Samara never see her daughter again. Do you really think that her mother would not fight for her? Of course she would, right? Forrest Nelson said, I can't think of a better birthday present. 6 months as a Grizzly and get to spend it with such fantastic people. Oh my word. Forrest Nelson, happy birthday to you. Thank you for spending your time here with us. All right. So, I was just so happy when I saw this. I made a community post immediately and a YouTube short. So for everyone that emailed me after that and missed it, I hope you'll check out my community tab in YouTube shorts, because I'm always trying, even at 1 or 2 in the morning, to keep you guys posted. Okay. So make sure you check that out. But here we are discussing it, right? So they say, okay, wait, we're going to get into more now. First degree, custodial interference, first degree. Detectives with the Pullman and Moscow, Idaho police departments have been working with FBI Seattle since early June to locate Seraya and reunite her with her mother. Absolutely. You know, when things go a little bit quiet, as Joe Jackalone will tell us, when the police go quiet, that's where you know, oh, something is happening behind the scenes, something's happening. It's not usually a sign of, they've given up or they forgot. No, they're busy with something. So, found 41 days since last seen. And I'm going to show you some pictures and videos and things that her family's also posted, which is just so sweet to see as well. So, as well, on July 8th of 2024, here's a press release from the parents of family of Nadia Cole, okay? Now, let's listen to this. I'm listening very carefully. I'm trying to read between the lines. There's also a TikTok that Seraya's grandmother posted that I'm like, it just sounds like Nadia. It sounds a little bit like she'd gone home for a bit and then come back to Mexico. There's something about this timeline that I'm like, I'm sure at some point we'll figure it out, right? Will there be a press conference? I don't know. If there's a press conference, I don't care if 100 or 200 or 500 people email me the link, please. If you see a press conference, let me know. If it's 2 or 3 in the morning, I'm probably going to put my makeup on and I'll see you because I want to see that press conference with you. So, press release for immediate release, okay, from the parents of family of Nadia Cole, all right? On July 4th, our daughter, Nadia Cole, was found safe and unharmed by Mexico police and was safely transported to the border to re-enter the U.S. So the 4th of July, guess what she did? Yeah, she was found. She went home for a braai at her family's house. A braai means a barbecue, right? Kimberly in Japan said a contribution to G's mince, water, and boba tea. Thank you so much. I still need to find boba tea here in Switzerland, but thank you so much. You know I like my ricola here in Switzerland, so I'll show you. This is a raspberry one. It's very nice. Thank you so much. So, 4th of July, all right? So now, we're on the 8th, really, when we're hearing. That's when things are quiet. Things are happening behind the scenes. Everybody's busy with fireworks and 4th of July celebrations. And behind the scenes, Nadia's being sent back home to her parents, basically. So they say she was found safe and unharmed. She was safely transported to the border to re-enter the US, where she voluntarily came back to her parents. Since her return, Nadia has been fully cooperating with authorities to help locate and aid in the safe return of Aaron Aung and 2-year-old Seraya Aung Harmon. She is recovering from her ordeal at a secure private location. Okay, slight snark. I can't help it. Little bit of snark there. Don't enable the behavior. To call it, she's recovering from this ordeal. I know we don't know everything, that maybe she was threatened into going along with him. Maybe he was super jealous of her going on a trip for 3 weeks with her family and somehow did something to manipulate her to go with him. But still, it's not like her ordeal. It's really the little girl's ordeal, the mother's ordeal. You can't just do that. You can't just do that thinking what you're Bonnie and Clyde, you're going to run off and like, oh yeah, we're going to go. We like this couple is just running off with this 2-year-old. I don't know. Even if you have the best intentions, you can't do that. But you see there, when they say on July 4th, just listen to the wording. It's a little different to what the police said, a little bit, just slightly. I'm like, oh, so wait. One more time. Since her return, she's been fully cooperating with the authorities to help locate and aid in the safe return of Aaron Aung and 2-year-old Seraya. So if you pay attention to that, a lot of the reports are saying, okay, they found like the 3 of them together. And I'm like, I don't think that's what it says, though. That's not what this is. This is saying Nadia was basically spotted, and I guess blonde hair, blue eyes. Whew, she's going to stand out a little bit in Mexico. I think I'd fit right in. But like, they spotted her, can't speak Spanish, and they're like, damn. So maybe she was already like sent home, you see? And then she was working with the FBI and with the police to actually locate Aaron and Seraya. That's what it sounds like to me. So then they say she's recovering from her ordeal at a secure private location. Details of the circumstances that led to her disappearance remain part of an ongoing investigation, and we trust that more information will be released as deemed appropriate by the investigating agencies. I hope so, yes? I hope we can understand all of this eventually, right? Gen X Gen 71 says, is she not an adult? Yeah. She got a 4.0 GPA. She was going to study law. I don't know if she still is. She's an adult, 21 years old. Young, yes, but like, I don't know, man. Carrie said her family persuaded her to come home because she's, I like it when you say, fecking her life and career aspects, in my opinion. Maybe. They just like, just come home. And then we'll sort it out from here at a private location. I mean, that sounds nice. Listen, people, if we go through an ordeal, could we also have a private location to deal with it? It sounds nice, right? The Kraken Studio, the Real Beauty says, your little nose crinkle at the snark knob turn has me giggling. Keeping amazing new things for the positive-ish update. It's positive-ish. I know it's not like bliss because it's still like, what a mess, right? And I don't think that Aaron's going to have any custody rights again. How will he get that after this? Like, how will he? How will a judge be like, sure, 50-50? I don't think so. Anyway, so they said, we are eternally grateful for the dedicated officers and detectives of the FBI, Port of Seattle Police, and the Pullman and Moscow Police Departments who worked diligently to ensure Nadia's safe return since she was reported missing on May 29th, and for the successful safe return of Aaron Aung and Seraya. We would especially like to thank Security Services Northwest for their initial role as a central hub for tips and information as the missing person case was progressing. To our friends, neighbors, colleagues, and the hundreds of friends and acquaintances of Nadia, we don't know how we could have coped with the situation without your love and support. Thank you. Aaron was wanted for first-degree custodial interference. I truly actually hope, that this was all one big mistake that Nadia can recover from and just ditch this guy. Just ditch this guy and that family, okay? If you've watched the first episode, you know why I'm saying that. I don't know, man. It doesn't seem like a good choice. If it's someone with such a bright future, studying so hard, so smart, go and do your thing, lady. Give him the ring back. That's my opinion anyway. That's my opinion based on what I know, okay? So yeah, retro. There we go. That's what I was trying to say. You say it so well. I'm like, what are the words I'm looking for? There you go. Book smart is not street smart. Exactly. So she was super book smart. It looks like 0% street smart. Millie said, so Fiancee wasn't arrested? No, she wasn't arrested. She's dealing with an ordeal at a private location. Like, okay, maybe because you see, maybe she was, I don't know. When I hear what the family statement is, I'm like, oh, so she went home. She went home first. Maybe she told him, I'm not coping. I'm going to have to just like sneak home and I'll be back. But then maybe her family, I'm speculating, convinced her to, listen, man, this is huge. This is all over social media. Court TV and Grizzly True Crime are talking about it, okay? Because it is like that. Okay, so like maybe you should just talk to the FBI. Everybody's looking for you. He's a wanted man. He's a fugitive. Please, just think about this. So let's hope that's what happened. Okay, and I'm glad they found them. So now, what is first degree custodial interference? I was interested, like, okay, what kind of consequences are we looking at here? So in Washington state, custodial interference in the first degree is a Class C felony that can result in a sentence of up to 5 years in prison and a fine of $10,000 or both. This offense occurs when a relative of a minor child or a parent or other person acting on their behalf intentionally takes, detains, or conceals the child with the intent to deny access to a person with legal custodial rights. The length of time the child is kept is irrelevant. So even if it's an hour, a day, whatever it is, yeah. So Judy said, wait, did I hear you say Nadia's getting off scot-free? I didn't say that. I said there's no charges yet. Whether she will ever face charges or not, like obstruction of justice or I don't know what. I don't know, AED. I don't know. I don't know what it would be. Any lawyers in chat, let me know what you think it could be. But you never know what was really going on behind the scenes. Maybe she got some sort of deal, like a plea deal or immunity or something to actually give up their location. Because it sounds to me like Nadia was key in telling the police where Aaron and Seraya were. So somebody talked some sense into her. It sounds like her family, right? Okay, so I don't know if he's going to get up. It's up to 5 years. So whether it's 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, I hope he gets 5 years. Just so that, learn that lesson. I know he's young, but like, you can't do that. You can't do that. Oh, and then the smear campaign that his family started against the mother was just so inappropriate. So here's some pictures that I've only found from a Spanish. It's a local news in Mexico website, okay? And it's all in Spanish, but I've asked Uncle Google to translate it for us. So I'll show it to you because they gave away a little bit of location of like, oh, so that's where you saw the suspicious vehicle. And then you walked up to the car. But see, there they say that it was Nadia. We're going to go over it again. If I remember correctly, they say it was Nadia and Aaron and Seraya. So piecing together everything the police said, that Nadia's family said, what Shauna, Soraya's grandmother, says, and then what the Spanish article says, I'm like, oh, I think she went back there. And then they arrested them or something. That's very interesting as well, right? Very interesting. Kerry said, my concern is that his parents will pay for a good lawyer to downplay it all as they don't want a felony charge on his record. You never know. They already had a lawyer, right? That's how this all started. So look at him go. Yes, these are the only pictures I found on this Spanish language local Mexican news website. So at least we could see something. Cuff him, right? We could see him being cuffed and then brought back over to the USA. Also, the car there. That's the car that they were last seen in. Yeah, that's the car that it sounds like they were found in. Which again is, what a dumb plan. This plan is so dumb. My word. We like it when criminals are dumb, but so dumb. Shame, there's Seraya. So Aaron is in the Santa Cruz County Detention Center in Arizona. He'll be extradited to Whitman County, Washington. Seraya's been in the care of CPS in Arizona, but now, based on what her grandmother's posted, I think she's reunited with her mother, and Nadia Cole's with her parents. This is from VineLink. I was initially looking in Whitman County, and I'm like, well, I can't find him. I can't find this dude. Where's this guy? Aaron Daniel Aung. Oh, yeah, they did say Santa Cruz, Arizona. When I look for him there he is. There he is. Okay. So, yes. Tiff Knox says this whole thing was ill-advised. Poor kid. Right? It really was. Okay, now a little bit of... this was posted before they were found from Aaron's sister. It's on the group that's called... Wait, I just want to see the group. Find Nadia Cole, Seraya Aung, Harmon, and Aaron on case discussion. There's a group on Facebook there with lots of updates, right? So this is from Aaron's sister, and it was before they were found, where she posted, clarifying things after things were said after the smear campaign that the Aung family started, his family, as if that would help in the situation. I would like to clarify any misconceptions about my brother Aaron and my sister-in-law Nadia. Sister-in-law? Damn, they just got engaged in November. She's already like, sister-in-law. Not yet. Okay. Is she? Not, she wasn't, and is she going to be? I don't think so. I don't think so. Do you think she's going to marry this guy? Ooh, that'll be interesting. Very interesting. So, please review the attached missing poster. If you have any information, contact me immediately. Oh, was his family pretending they don't know where he is? Because I don't know about that. The FBI raided their house and executed, obviously, search warrants. That's why they raided their house. And I just always had a feeling the family knew where they were and were part of the plan, especially financially, right? But I'm speculating, okay? Just speculating. Kimberly said, these future generations need to be taught common sense. Education is essential. Yes. Yeah, and that's not actually an adventure. It's a criminal activity. It wasn't like adventure to Mexico. No, not a holiday. Stealing a child. Okay, from her mother. I want to clear up some misconceptions about Aaron. I've known him my entire life, and those outside of our family and close friends are not in a position to judge his or Nadia's character. Well, one would hope she knows him his whole life, but okay. 1. Samara, that's the mother, the biological mother, is no longer accusing Aaron of abuse, and this should not be held against her. Her clearly biased friends and family continue to make these claims. They didn't whip up a website. You people did, but okay. Despite the court finding these accusations to be baseless and made out of spite towards Aaron. I'm sorry, guys. If you saw the first episode, you're going to know why I say this, but they need a mirror. Just look at it. That's what you did. That's what you did. Okay. So, oh no. Retro says, Mrs. G, jailhouse wedding. No. Let's not pull a gypsy now. Okay, so they said our lawyer effectively debunked the accusations with an overwhelming amount of evidence to prove Aaron's innocence. For those shaming Nadia, she's an exceptionally brilliant woman with nearly a 4.0 GPA from WSU, and her goal was to become a lawyer. Her intellect and logical thinking are evident in every conversation we've had. Earth to them, it's not logical what happened here. It's just like, it was really not logical, but okay. Right, Nadia is one of the kindest, most respectable women I know, showing in every interaction I've seen her have with her friends. She can wholeheartedly attest to her character. She does not deserve disrespectful comments from anyone, especially with how heartbroken I've seen her family. Okay, 3. For those criticizing Aaron, I grew up with him and I can vouch for his character without hesitation. He's a devout, hardworking man who's deeply family-oriented. That's why he'll steal his daughter from her mother. Okay, sorry. His love and protectiveness towards his daughter is unbreakable. During the custody trial, he was devastated at the thoughts of losing her, deeply heartbroken, and cried on end for months. His friends and family can unequivocally confirm his dedication to provide for his family and strong moral character. He's a loving brother, father, and fiancé who also had an active arrest warrant. You know what I mean? Okay, so number 4, Aaron and Nadia have personally said that Seraya is not in a good living situation and were concerned for her safety. I personally had Seraya come back from her mother smelling like weed, dog urine, dirty fingernails, rashes, sometimes smelling like garbage. Samara's half-brother is also known as a pedo and was allowed around Seraya. Whether that's true or not, yes, that would be a concern. It still doesn't mean that you can flee to Mexico with her. Okay. Keep in mind, they are both someone's son and daughter, and their families are heartbroken dealing with their disappearance. The last thing they need is strangers and friends of Aaron's ex making accusations on the internet who don't know them personally. Actions speak louder than words, and we're judging the actions. You cannot run off to Mexico and steal a little girl from her mother. There's a custody agreement. You people have the upper hand. They've got the lawyers and everything, Samara didn't have the lawyer. They had 50-50 custody. That's what it means. 50-50. Can't just run off to Mexico to drink pina coladas and just enjoy yourself, okay? I don't think so. So then they say the last thing they need is strangers and friends and grizzlies. That's us, you guys. That's us, okay? Please focus on helping us find my niece, future sister-in-law, and my brother. Both my family, Nadia's and Saraya's family, are devastated as is and deserve peace. Then don't start a website with a smear campaign. You see? Anyway, so they said leave speculation to the law enforcement like we have. No, law enforcement doesn't speculate. Leave speculation to law enforcement. They don't do that. They just investigate and find. Okay, they find. Yeah, Philly Page girl, PA girl. It said, they stole her daughter. I'll judge it. Me too. I'm feeling judgmental, guys. I am feeling judgmental. I'm not accusing them. Innocent or proven guilty, but what the hell was that plan? What the hell was that, right? Savage Barbie says, are we allowed to discuss the level of garbage his parents are? Well, you can have an opinion, and we discussed it quite a lot in the last live stream as well, because what the hell was that smear campaign? So, everything else here we've looked at. I just want to show you now the map. Okay, wait. Map, a little bit of map time here. Okay, so they said something about Santa Ana, right? So they found them, some articles say near Santa Ana. Actually, I'm going to show you the Spanish article first. So initially it's in Spanish, as I say. So it's not perfectly translated, but it does give up some key markers that we want to see. You see that? I'm like, ooh, map time, right? So they say last Sunday, elements of the municipal police of Nogales, Sonora, located an American man who was wanted by the FBI for the abduction of a 2-year-old girl. Official sources reported that around 12:12 p.m., a person reported the presence of a suspicious vehicle parked on 21 de Marzo Street in the Rosario neighborhood. The vehicle, a newer black Cadillac, contained a man with a small child. Officers responded to the scene and confirmed the report when they found the car with the doors open. In the driver's seat, a man was holding a child of approximately 2 years. The officers approached the man, who did not speak Spanish, and managed to communicate with him through a digital translator on a cell phone. That is, if you guys have not ever downloaded Google Translate and you're traveling, or you move to a country like me where now I don't quite speak the language, try my best, okay? Guten Tag, everybody. Then Google Translate, you can actually speak to it. Like you could say something in, let's say, English, and it will translate it to whatever language you pick. So it's very helpful. So that's what it seems like they used. They said the man identified himself as Aung Aaron Daniel, and the minor as his daughter Aung Seraya Rose. After confirming that the man was wanted by U.S. authorities, the agents reported his presence and detention and proceeded to hand the detainee over to the U.S. authorities. Both were transported in the Unit 2312 to the Dennis de Concini checkpoint, where they were handed over to an officer who acts as the FBI's border liaison, right? Sarah Sunshine says she probably was on Grizzly True Crime channel and came to her senses after reading Grizzly comments. Maybe. You never know if she was watching or not. It's like, oh crap. Yeah, this is a very bad plan. And actually, I was actually really worried about the safety of Seraya and of course Nadia, because the man seemed very unhinged with his little plan. You know, you never know if someone like that, what's actually going to happen, especially if the police raid wherever they were living, or what's going to happen. Hence, I'm so relieved that they were all found alive. So they're talking about, so it's, you see, they now here again, they say it was Aaron and Seraya, but they don't mention Nadia. You see, that's why I'm saying there's little gaps in these timelines. I think Nadia had already gone across the border and then told the FBI and police where they were. Whether she flew back there or not, I don't know. We'll listen again in a moment what Shauna, Seraya's grandmother, said. I say again. Again for me. If you haven't heard it yet, we're going to listen to it for the first time together. But there is an address there. So I'm like, okay. So they say the person reported the presence of a suspicious vehicle parked on 21 de Marzo Street in the Rosario neighborhood. So I'm like, let's go there. And you know where it is? Look at this. Okay, sorry. Let's make this bigger. And like this. And me bigger. Okay. So as you can see, look at this. Look at the border. United States, Mexico. This is the border. This is where the suspicious vehicle was. What? 21 de Marzo? In this area? Right there? That's why I say it's like a stone's throw. It's like right by the border. Like, what's going on there? Was he waiting for Nadia to come back? I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. But that's very close. And in other articles, they mention Santa... sorry, is it... Wait. I just want to see the name. Yeah, Santa Ana. But there's many Santa Anas in Mexico. So I'm thinking it's probably more this one, which is an hour 47 minutes away, is maybe where they were staying. Based on what I'm hearing in this Sonora area, Santa Ana. I think they were staying around here. So what he was doing so close to the border there, I don't know. I don't know, man. Shirley said, I've read the Spanish news. Also, me too. And she was detained in Mexico. But there's a bit of a timeline gap where I think she went home and they came back to help locate. You know what I mean? Maybe. You know what I mean? Like, go and help and be like, oh, let's meet up with him again. And then they're tracking her and they're like swooping in, right? Yeah, makes sense. Maybe Nadia turned him in. That's what I'm thinking. It's possible. It's very possible. So if I go to, where's that TikTok? This one. Okay. This is Seraya, the little girl's grandmother. Okay. So maternal. Samara's mother. Okay. So listen to this quickly.
So I did want to say that when I posted the other day about Aaron and Nadia and their families, we did know that Seraya had been found. We couldn't say anything yet. It's not the first time we got the call, and it's not the first time Samara flew to get her. Last time Aaron got away with Seraya, and Nadia was sent back to the U.S. already, and that is also why I posted that they might not be traveling together. My intention was not to lie or mislead anyone. I didn't want to mess up the case at all. And I'm really sorry if I came across as, dishonest or not genuine. It wasn't my intention at all. And I so much appreciate everybody's support through this. So thank you.
So you heard. You see what I'm saying? If you put everything together, like, oh, it wasn't the first time, and Nadia was already back in the US. I'm just trying to piece this all together with you. I'm like, what? It really sounds like Nadia left first, and then either came back to kind of turn him in, or showed, and this is where the location is. You know what I mean? So maybe she was escorted home, like under some type of like protective services or something. You just don't know. Like if she went with, willingly cooperating with, as her family said, the police, the FBI, to locate Seraya and Aaron. Sounds interesting, right? Carrie said, sounds like they were given tips before and he was able to flee with the baby, but this time they got him, right? Also, someone in chat said maybe they got married on the run. Oh my word. Maybe they did. Maybe they did. Which will also then say that then it means that Aaron's family knew where he was. If it's like my sister-in-law, sister-in-law already. Later that she said, Aaron's sister, my future sister-in-law. But if you know that it's actual sister-in-law, when did they get married and how did you know if you didn't know where they were? Okay, so let's quickly see. A facial paper cut said the news article I read mentioned them being detained and that Cole was deported. I also read that. That's why I'm saying we got to pay attention because many news articles, you know how it becomes like all watered down and all repeated, but then we lose a little bit. So you got to pay attention very much to what did the Pullman police say, you know, and then what did Nadia's family say, what did Seraya's family say, and all of that starts making a little bit more sense. Like, oh, okay. Also, there's one more here, which is I think this one.
Yes, it's true. Seraya has been found. She is being reunited with her mother. We will update everybody when we can. We couldn't really tell anybody, but this has been in the works for a little bit. Mm-hmm. So, thank you.
Knew it. In the works for a little bit, you know, when the police go quiet. Okay, so we've got that one. This is that post that I read to you, the city of Pullman Police Department. I'll show you that it is here. There we go. Okay, and then... Shame, look at her. Shauna is Seraya's maternal grandmother, and she posted this picture. Look how happy she looks. She said updated her cover photo. You see there? Here she said updated her photo. Earlier she said reunited. So let's just go down like this. Shauna Harmon. Okay. I'm going to show you this one.
It's salty.
Yeah.
It's salty.
Shame. She looks okay. She looks okay, right? I mean, she's only 2, so hopefully she just will think, I just went on a trip with my dad. I don't know. It's very hot, but it was fun. You know, maybe one day she'll be like, I don't know. But hopefully she didn't feel scared or sad or anything like that, right? Araceli, Spicy Chica said, thank you, Mexico, for finding these criminals and helping bring the baby home. Yes, well done to them, right? Aw, Shay, man, look at her. She's so cute. Okay, I gotta turn the music off, but look at her go. Shame. To the Friends song. Cute. A shame, man. I hope she'll be just fine. Turn that off there. Here is why she's being a mermaid. She thinks she's a mermaid there. And here, 17 hours ago, updated. And let's see, here was from Core TV. These are the TikToks that I showed you. I'm just quickly going down here as well. Hold on one second. Just want to see where it was first posted. 2 days ago. But yeah, Shauna said, Reunited, and posted that beautiful picture. So it's on her, it's Shauna Harmon if you want to follow her there on Facebook. And then on the group, this one. Was it this one? Wait. This. Yeah, Reunited. There we go. There it is. Isn't it so nice? I just love this picture. Oh my word. I was really hoping she'd be reunited with her mother at some point. I'm sure her mom is so happy. Oh my goodness. It must have felt like, what if I never see her again? That must be so scary. Laurie said, you do the most thorough work on YouTube. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. So find Nadia Cole, Seraya Aung Harmon, and Aaron Aung case discussion is the group. You can find a whole lot over here as well. Comments, all sorts of things. Of course, we always say with Facebook, take it with a grain of salt, but I always appreciate that these groups exist and that we can see family and friends commenting and we can see updates as they happen. So that's really great as well that this was started. Shay, man, look at her here. This little picture. She's only 2. I'm so glad that she's okay. Okay, so we've read through that. Just want to see, what else do we have? This was from solvethecase.org. Yeah. So it just says, over the July 6th, 2024 weekend, 2-year-old Seraya Aung Harmon, her fugitive father, oh dear, yes, Aaron Aung, and missing person Nadia Cole were found at a roadside checkpoint near Santa Ana, Mexico, according to the Pullman Police. Aaron Aung was transferred to a detention facility in Arizona on custodial interference charges. These cases are now cleared with a successful recovery of the 2-year-old, breathing a sigh of relief for many. Aaron Aung unlawfully retained custody of Seraya after failing to return her to her mother in Pullman, Washington on June 3rd of 2024 as scheduled. Authorities believe that 21-year-old Aaron Aung may be on the run with his fiancee, 21-year-old Washington State University grad by the name of Nadia Cole from Seattle, who's not been seen since May 29th. That was the backstory as we went over, right? So they gave the vital stats, the car and everything. Case last updated July 9th of 2024. So you could see, you see like this, and every article you see will say that. They will say the missing 2-year-old was found, and they found them across at a roadside checkpoint near Santa Ana, Mexico. But you see, when you look at the Spanish article, then it actually gives it an address, which is why I like the map time and looking at local news if I possibly can find it. And that was around here. This 21 de Marzo. So we just gotta, I like a deep dive. We gotta follow along and see. Let's just see what this is. Oh, we've read that. We gotta pay attention, and read between the lines sometimes. Because obviously the media, as I say, it becomes a little bit like broke a telephone. I think you guys call it something else, that little game where you pass on information, eventually it's just becomes so watered down that you just get just an overview of the story. But that's why I like hearing from the police, from the family, from everyone, right? Rob said, thank you for covering this important case. Thank you so much. Persian America says, didn't the monster's girlfriend's family hire a PI to find her? They did hire a PI. You're right, they did. I wonder if the PI helped find her. You never know. So please like and share so that others can also learn this information. Please also check out my community tab as well as YouTube shorts, because I often update you there. Especially when the 2 missing firefighters were found. Everybody's waiting for a live stream, but we'll go live for 2 minutes because we don't know anything more yet. Now they're conducting autopsies for those firefighters, right? They were found deceased. They were found in the vehicle that they were last seen in, right? But that's all we know. We don't know much more. So unfortunately, there I would update you on a YouTube short like I did on the community tab. So please check those out so that you get updates in between with these cases, right? I do my very best, as I say, to update you on many cases that way before we can go live again, before we have enough information, especially from the police. I don't like to speculate too far and wide. No, not on this channel. I don't like it. So I like to hear, let's see what the police say. Let's see what the family says. Okay, cool. Now we've got some information. Okay, Sarah said, you're the best setup. It's cool that you aren't in a little box. In a little box. Yeah, I'm not in a little box. Patricia said, you look very pretty today, G. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. Now, Cicely, New York says, why do I never, ever get notice of lives? I know the answer, because you haven't yet joined Patreon. And by that, I don't mean you have to sign up and pay. If you are on Patreon, there's a free tier. And I usually, 80% of all my live stream notifications are free. Sometimes, like today, I made a very special little mini podcast episode for all my patrons and then put the link for today's live stream. So that one wasn't public. But for $1, you can join per month, okay? And then you get all the notifications. You probably get a lot because every time I have a live, every time there's a member stream or something, you're going to get the replays, you're going to get notifications, you're going to get behind the scenes things. So that's why, okay? If you feel like, why don't I ever get it? Well, that's one reliable way. One day I'd love for Mr. Grizzly, that's my husband, software engineer, to make us an app. But that's like a one-day dream, okay? That's like, I don't know when, but that would be amazing. So thank you so much, everyone. Sending so much love to Saraya's family and friends. I'm so happy that that little girl is safe, that she's okay. I hope that Aaron, will face some consequences for what he did, because it's completely wrong to do that, to be a fugitive, steal your daughter. No, don't do that. And yeah, let's see what happens next. If anyone else will be charged or not, I don't know. I'll keep you posted. Katja, thank you so much. I will see you all very soon again. Stay safe. And I know many of you are overheating like me. I hope that you could swim or have a cold shower at least or something. Look after yourself, and I'll see you again soon. Bye, everyone.